Peggy 3.
We're back with another episode of The Boot Room. My name's Matt Cuttle, this is Darren Cross from Match Magazine, and this week we're going to the training ground, aren't we, Darren?
Yeah, we're going to take a look at the ground pass skill game, which I think is really useful for improving your passing ability overall, and particularly in the final stages of the drills.
Excellent, so there's 4 drills in total, but before we go into those, there is something you can do in the setup, isn't there?
Yeah, you can make things a bit easier for yourself by selecting a team that have good passers. So for example, I use Barcelona because they've got some fantastic passers in their team. Yeah. And you can do that by just changing the arena team that you use and then selecting the individual player from that team when you come to the skill game.
Excellent, so that gives you a head start when it comes to going into the skill games, and there's 4 in total. What's the bronze one all about?
Yeah, the bronze one is nice and easy actually. It's still on assisted passing, and you simply got to hit the goals with the ball, and you can do it all first time, so there's no need to take a touch on the ball. You can play them all as soon as you receive it. So as the ball's rolling towards you, you can see you've got the white arrow there. You want to line that up with the goal that's highlighted in yellow, and then just play a sort of a nice, powerful short pass. And you get bonuses for time, of course, so the quicker that you can do this in as few attempts as possible, the more points that you get. And
you're hitting these first time here, but can you take a touch if you want?
Yeah, you can do. Obviously, like I said, you get more points for the quicker that you do it. So if you can do it in your first touch, then great. But if not, yeah, take a second touch and just make sure you hit the target.
And I see there you got a bonus for your time in your attempts as well. You got 8,211 points, which puts you above me there, Darren.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I mean, you only need 5,000 to pass, so that's all we need to go through. But 8,000 and the bonus of being above you in the leaderboards is all good.
Yeah, it's all good. As you can see, I haven't even passed yet, so I need to take your tips and indeed try that out. Right, what's silver all about?
Yeah, silver is slightly tougher. It's still on assisted passing, but this time you've got obstacles in the way in the form of dummies that are moving horizontally. So again, you can line your shot up there as the ball is coming towards you, again with the white arrow. And the key with this one is you can, as you can see here, take all of the passes first time again. If you need to delay, if you're not sure that you're going to make it past the dummies, then you can do that, but obviously you get more points again for your time. You know, doing it in as quick as possible, so it's worth taking them all first time if you can.
And you had a close one there up on the right, and you got a bonus again for your time in your attempt, 6,645, which again means you passed. Well done, it says.
Yeah, again, that was plenty. I think it's 4,000 needed to pass. I'll just say there that with the wider goals, you need to give the pass plenty of power, and then you'll see, as you did in that clip, that we just managed to avoid the dummies.
Just about. It was a close thing, indeed it was. Right, let's move on to gold. Now this starts to get a bit tricky, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. This is on manual passing, which takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you get it, I find it really does help you in the game. You know, it just gets you into the mode of passing that bit quicker and being really careful with your passes. Generally, I find that if you're facing the goal that you have to pass the ball into, then you've got a good chance of being able to take it first time, as you can see in some of these clips. But if the target goal is behind you or at too sharp an angle, then you do need to take a touch and then play it in safely that way, so that you get the points rather than risk missing the goal completely.
Because I saw there you tried to take it first time and did miss that goal on that one.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you can afford to miss 1 or 2 on this and still pass the drill, as long as you score enough, which is why I think if there are any really risky ones, it's worth just taking 1 touch and then knocking it into the goal. You do get more points on this for doing it first time and for how close to the centre of the goal I think that you are when you knock your pass in. So it's worth taking the time to get it right for those riskier ones.
Over 10,000 points, so you must be happy with that one.
Yeah, I am happy with that. I have to admit that did take me quite a few goes to get to that. That wasn't on my first try, but yeah, I got there in the end.
Now let's move on to the skill challenges. So once you've done bronze, silver and gold, you move on to the skill challenges. Now this one's really quite tricky, isn't it?
It is, yeah, and I think it's quite deceptive because it looks like it's going to be simple. You know, effectively all you're trying to do is avoid one player that's chasing the ball. But what makes it hard is that it's on manual passing, and you have to take everything first time, so there's no touches on the ball to set yourself first. So yeah, this really brings together everything that you've just worked on in the other drills. And the key to this one is moving the ball very quickly and taking very, very light touches on the left stick and the pass button. And the reason for that is if you hit anything too hard or anything to the side of the player that you're playing it to, it's going to be really, really difficult for them to play the ball with their first touch. You know, remember that they have to play it first time, so if it is to the side, then they're not going to be able to control it first. And the other thing is, as you start moving the ball sort of in a circle and getting into a bit of a rhythm, the player in the middle will eventually get quite close to your players, and that's when you can play the ball back to the guy that just passed it to you, or you can sort of change it up and just basically keep him guessing by not going around in a pattern like that for the whole drill.
So there's a bit of multitasking there. Not only do you have to keep your eyes on your players and the ball, but also the player that's chasing the ball, and then combine all those things into actually completing this challenge.
Yeah, not just the player that's chasing the ball, actually the player that you're looking to pass the ball to as well, because if his body position is wrong or if he's slightly out of position, you know, it's going to be much harder for you to, as I said, get that ball to him and then for him to play it onto somebody else. That's the thing that you always need to keep in mind with this drill.
Great, and you got legendary there.
Yeah, I just got it.
Points.
Yeah, I think the barrier for legendary is 8,000, so 8,700 is good. I would have probably liked to get a bit more, but happy with that.
Got to be happy with that one. We will of course be looking at future skill games which will help improve your FIFA 14 gameplay in future shows. Darren, what are we looking at next time though?
Next time it's free kicks and some ways to score them.
Excellent, can't wait for that one. Don't forget you can catch Darren in Match Magazine. That's out every Tuesday. You can look at their Facebook page anytime. Details are down there on the screen. We'll see you next time with those free kick tips on the Boot Room.